the green flag. Everything is set. We're waiting for the lights.
And they're away.
They're away. And Bodis has a good start. Where is Vugrinec? Did he manage to get a good start to come through the middle? It's 94, number 94 in the lead. Richard Bodis, and then I believe that's Felix Nasi right behind him.
So any sound of Vugrinec?
He is still, I believe, in the crowd. He didn't manage to go in the first 4 positions after the start. He's 4th, Vugrinec is 4th. And in front of him it's number 91, Julian Trumer on the 3rd position. And in front we have Bodis, and then Felix Nasi is in the lead.
All very strong contenders for this race. So we're looking at Bodis, Nasi.
We have a crash, someone is down. We didn't get a good look at that. It's Nasi in front of Bodis. Vugrinec is now 3rd. Vugrinec managed to pass in front.
So we can't see who that is yet.
I'm not sure if it was Julian Trumer. I see he's passing in the 2nd sector, but we'll wait for a full classification. So it's Nasi and Bodis in the front, Vugrinec on the 3rd position. I believe Trumer is 4th. Over the line they go. It's Nasi, Bodis, Vugrinec, Trumer, Chalupa, Hlup, Eder, Bezulski, Raner, Zeinhost, Konig, Geoffrey, Hole, Bolek, Komi, Schubert, Kačaba, Sarjoš, Kajnalun, Vazalkovski. Vugrinec is down half a second, and 2/10 is between Bodis and Nasi. First lap is behind us. First out of 12 laps.
So we just have a replay there at the start.
Did he manage to get a good start to come through the middle? It's 94, number 94 in the lead. Richard Bodis, and then it's Felix Nasi right behind him. So any sound of Vugrinec?
And we're back to the live stream.
So I believe in the crowd. He managed to go in the first 4 positions after the start.
We are back with the leaders. Vugrinec now closed down on the Nasi and Bodis. This is now a 3-way fight for the victory. Now Vugrinec needs to be patient and wait for a clean shot, because this is still early on and the tires are quite cold. Vugrinec also had a crash this morning on the warm-up.
Third position.
So Nasi, Bodis, Vugrinec. Very tight between them.
So Nasi closes the door on Bodis. Vugrinec on the 3rd position, watching the situation, but waiting for his opportunity to overtake. Vugrinec has the fastest lap of the race at the moment, to 11.2. That's 0.4 of a second faster than the leading two. Vugrinec goes for the pass. He's on the inside, hard on the brakes. Can he manage to pass? Yes, he goes in front of Richard Bodis.
Vugrinec has taken second place now.
Vugrinec on the second position.
We have a crash, someone is down.
Now Bodis goes a bit wide, and Vugrinec is now right on the tail of Felix Nasi.
Get a good look at that. It's Nasi.
Vugrinec right on his back wheel, and he will most definitely try to pass in one of the upcoming corners. He's gaining speed into this uphill straight.
Just waiting for his opportunity.
He just has to be careful because right behind him is Richard Bodis, who most definitely will take advantage of the situation if he can. Also, we have a fight for the fifth place between Trumer and Eder, Runner and Chenoist. Vugrinec trying to use the slipstream on Felix Nasi. Over the line they go, 9 laps. Now Richard Bodis is trying to take Vugrinec's second position, but gets outbraked by the Croat. Vugrinec isn't letting down. He has a faster exit from this corner, and Vugrinec takes the leading position. Vugrinec is up in the front.
Vugrinec ahead.
But Nasi managed to pull one again.
This is so close.
Very close race indeed. He just needs to be patient. It's a long race. A lot of laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. We are still 9 laps to go, 8.5 to be exact.
Nasi, Vugrinec. So the gap between 3 and 4 is opening up. As the first 3 just stream ahead.
Half a second and 2/10 is between.
With the fight for the victory, we have the fight for the fifth between Trumer, Eder, Runner and Geoffrey.
First lap is behind us. First out of 12 laps.
Is trying to move up in the classification, but he's still shut down in the crowd. Now Vugrinec again on the attack. Side by side go Nasi and Vugrinec. Bodis is also very near. He will try to outbrake Vugrinec, but Vugrinec is better on braking. And he enters with Nasi in the final right corner. This will be a fast exit onto the straight. Again over the finish line. Nasi, Vugrinec, Bodis.
Just under 8 laps to go.
Again Vugrinec closes the gate. Bodis is very close at the end of this home stretch, but Vugrinec manages to block him. And again, Vugrinec stays in the front. Vugrinec realizes that he has to make a move on Felix Nasi because Bodis is all over him.
Bodis seems to be losing a little bit of ground.
Yes, in this part of the track, Vugrinec and Nasi are faster, but then in the last sector and on the home stretch, Bodis manages to close down the gap.
We're still early in the race. Less than 8 laps to go. Less than 8 laps of this 12-lap SuperStock 600 race.
Vugrinec tries for the inside, but Nasi is also late on the brakes. Vugrinec has to let him go. Still Boris very close, right on the back wheel of Vugrinec. Vugrinec is our reigning champion in the 600 category from last year.
Vugrinec certainly has a good pedigree with the Alpe Adria.
Yes, last 2 years he has been the champion, first in the SuperStock 600 and last year in the SuperSport 600. Now Bodis will try to overtake Vugrinec on the home straight. He is in his slipstream. Can he take the second position? No, again he gets outbraked by Vugrinec. Still Nasi in the lead.
And for those who've just joined us, welcome back to the Alpe Adria International Motorcycle Championship. This is race number 5, SuperStock 600 race. 7 laps to go, less than 7 laps to go. Nasi still ahead for Vugrinec.
Vugrinec lost the second position and now Richard Bodis has the second place. Bodis will now try to overtake Nasi because he is well aware he almost touched Nasi and goes wide. Bodis goes wide. He was too aggressive on the braking and
Vugrinec has taken advantage.
Yes, Vugrinec takes the advantage, but Bodis almost crashed out. And almost took Nasi with him, so now Vugrinec tries to pass on the leading position, and Vugrinec passes. Vugrinec is in the lead. Vugrinec now tries to break away. Nasi goes for the impossible. Vugrinec again closes the gate. Nasi tried to overtake him, but unsuccessful. Can Vugrinec now take advantage of the situation? We have now Bodis trying to attack Nasi. If he manages to do so, Vugrinec could be in a good position, but Nasi's bike is very fast and he closes down on Vugrinec in the final corner.
So Vugrinec, Nasi, Bodis.
Yes, but Bodis has a fast exit from this last corner onto the home stretch. Over the finish line it's Vugrinec, but Nasi has enormous speed. Nasi, Bodis now takes the second position and Vugrinec couldn't get inside, but they lost a lot of speed and now all three are again in the pack. Vugrinec in the third position. Vugrinec trying to get back on the second place. Nasi still in the lead, Bodis in the middle. 3 Yamahas in the fight for the victory. .211.2 is the fastest time set by Martin Vugrinec, and fastest lap of the race to 11.249, only 11 thousandths of a second faster than Felix Nasi. This is the fight for the 5th position between Trumer, Geoffrey and Eder and also Kevin Ranner. We are back with the leaders. Now Bodis is in the front, second is Nasi, and third is Vugrinec. It looks like Bodis will break away. We didn't see where Nasi and Vugrinec made a mistake. Now Vugrinec goes for the inside and takes Nasi's second position. Vugrinec is well aware that he cannot let Richard Bodis get away. Otherwise, it's no chance for victory. Now we have 5 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 5 laps to go. Nasi takes again the second position from Vugrinec, but this is only a good situation for Bodis, who manages to break away as the two fight along. Now Vugrinec again tries to pass in front of Nasi, but you see Nasi slowly pulling away with his bike. Again, we are watching the fight for the 5th place. Back with the leaders. Bodis, Nasi, and Vugrinec. Vugrinec goes for the inside, but he is far behind. 2:10 is his new fastest lap time. 2:10.7 set by Richard Bodis. Now Vugrinec takes the second position again. Maybe Vugrinec can now manage a small gap because Nasi has the speed on the home straight.
So Bodis, Vugrinec, Nasi. So 9-second difference between 3rd and 4th position. Chalupa. Michael Chalupa.
Vugrinec seems to break away. Can he maintain this advantage through the home straight? He looks like he's closing down on Bodis. He had a clean track in front of him, and obviously he has the speed. We know that his best time is under 2:10, so most definitely he has the speed. Vugrinec in the first sector was 2/10 faster than Bodis, and now 1/10, almost 1.5 faster in the second sector, so we expect the gap to close down a bit. Yes, we are on the start and finish line. Yes, Vugrinec is closing down on Richard Bodis. He was again 1.5 faster, and he sets the fastest lap of this race, 2:10.532. New fastest lap of the race for Martin Vugrinec. Now he's on the tail of Richard Bodis, and most definitely in the last 4 laps he will try to overtake Bodis and take the victory. Vugrinec is coming down hard.
It's so close.
It's close. He will try to overtake. Yes, Vugrinec is on the inside. Can he take the leading position? Yes, Vugrinec takes the leading position. But again, he must be careful, because if they get into a too big of a fight, again, Felix Nasi will join them, and his bike is a bit faster than Vugrinec's and Bodis's. Long right corner. Again, into a long right corner. They managed to break away from Nasi. That is good for the leading duo.
Vugrinec, Bodis, Nasi.
In the first sector, Nasi was faster than the leading two, but in the second sector they were faster than him, and they are slowly pulling away. It's 3.5 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen.
And if you've just joined us, welcome to this afternoon's racing at Slovakia Ring, motorcycle racing for the Alpe Adria Motorcycle Championship. We are 3 laps to the end of SuperStock 600 Race.
Just to add that in the second sector, the leading duo was half a second faster than Felix Nasi, and you can see how they stretched their lead, but now Bodis takes the advantage and uses the slipstream and passes in front of Vugrinec, but Vugrinec was very good on the brakes. Yes, Vugrinec managed to get out in the front. And they're still in the lead. Now Bodis again tries to overtake. Martin is on the outside. Bodis is now the new leading motorcycle, but Vugrinec will try to overtake in the next corner. They are passing the back markers. This is number 22 and number 54, one of the back guys. Vugrinec now passes on the leading position, but again Felix Nasi is now closing down on the leading duo. Will they pass the back marker without any trouble? Yes, Vugrinec manages to pass, and so does the bike of Richard Bodis and Felix Nasi. Vugrinec again has a back marker in front of him, but back marker pulls to the side to let the leaders through. So Vugrinec in the lead.
Vugrinec back in the lead.
2.5 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 2.5 laps to go. Still Vugrinec in front of Bodis and Nasi on the third position. Still the fight for the fifth position is on. Although Geoffrey is a bit behind Trumer.
Chalupa now 12 seconds behind.
Vugrinec pulls a small advantage, but we will see how this will look when they exit on the home straight, because as you see, Bodis is very fast in this last right corner before exiting on the straight. Will he pass Vugrinec, or will Vugrinec be able to defend?
Less than 2 laps.
Bodis. Bodis is in the front, but he goes wide, and Vugrinec will try to overtake him on the exit. Vugrinec exits faster, and again we have a hard braking. After this fast right corner, we again have a place where Vugrinec has overtaken in the previous laps, but also Felix Nasi is now very close. We know that Nasi has excellent first sector, and Nasi was faster than the leading duo for 4/10 to 6/10 of a second in this first sector, but in the second and third he's a bit slower, and then Bodis and Vugrinec managed to pull out a gap. Now Bodis is trying to pull away in front of Vugrinec. This will be a very tight race.
Bodis, Vugrinec and Nasi very closely matched.
Vugrinec can do a fast lap, but last lap was 1.3 seconds slower than their fastest lap time. That was in 2:10. Vugrinec again on the inside, showing himself to Bodis, trying to apply pressure to make Bodis make a mistake. We are again in the last corner, and we will be entering into the final lap. Last lap, ladies and gentlemen, of this SuperStock 600 race, second race of the weekend for the class. It's all or nothing. Vugrinec goes for the inside. Nasi is very close, but neither one of them manages to get in front. And this is the first sector here. Nasi has a lot of speed. For sure he will try to come in front of Vugrinec.
This is so close to the final lap. We promised some exciting racing.
Vugrinec is fighting for the first place and manages to take the first position in front of Richard Bodis. Nasi couldn't take advantage of the first sector, where he had more speed than the leading duo. He was 1.5, 2/10 faster than Vugrinec and Richard Bodis. Bodis is now very close. He will try to outbrake Vugrinec. Vugrinec holds the inner line. Doesn't want to leave room for Bodis to attack. The most important thing is for him to hold the inner line, not to get passed on the inside by Bodis, and Bodis won't be able to pass him in the last corner out on the exit because the finish is very close. Very close to the exit of the last corner. Vugrinec in the lead. Bodis tries to go on the inside. Vugrinec closes the gate again. Every attack will cost a fraction of a second, a tenth maybe, Bodis, so he has to be careful when he chooses his attacks. Again, we go over the hill. It's Vugrinec in the front, but Bodis takes the inside line and takes the slipstream. And Bodis goes for the inside in the last corner, but he goes wide. Vugrinec or Bodis, who will take the leading position? This is so close. Vugrinec takes the leading position. And they go off to the home straight. It's Vugrinec in front of Bodis. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. What a race. Bodis went a bit wide, and Vugrinec takes advantage and takes the victory, ladies and gentlemen. What an outstanding performance.
There he is. Congratulations, Martin Vugrinec.
This is the ride we have been waiting this whole weekend for him to show his quality and to justify our expectations, and finally we got it. Vugrinec wins the race in front of Richard Bodis and Felix Nasi. Michal Chalupa comes in as fourth, Alan Geoffrey fifth, then Thomas Eder, Julian Trumer seventh, eighth, Kevin Ranner ninth, Niko Komi, Marceli Bezulski 10th, Jaromir Hlup 11th, Filip Hole 12th, 13th, Schubert Kachaba 14th, Homic 15th, and then Saros Žejnost, Konig Valhuter. But what a performance by Martin Vugrinec, so ladies and gentlemen.
That is just absolutely fantastic. What an amazing race.
We knew it would come to the last corner, but we couldn't imagine a better finish of this SuperStock 600 race. We must announce to you, ladies and gentlemen, that at 2:30 we have a start of the SuperStock 1000 category, so we invite you all to stay with us and enjoy our broadcast.
And in the meantime, we will take a short break. So we'll be back with you very soon.